Welcome to Joyful Money, the sales and business growth podcast for female coaches, consultants, and service providers who are ready to confidently lead their business, master their sales process, and create consistent 10K months. I am your host, Joy Roland, certified business growth strategist, money mindset mentor, and your guide to selling with alignment, authority, and ease. Each week, we'll talk strategy, mindset, and energetics so you can attract dream clients, close high ticket offers with confidence, and build the profitable, joyful business you deserve. Let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everybody. I am so excited to be doing this live episode today. So, as always, tell me where you are tuning in from. I feel like the whole world has become so small, and I love celebrating where people are tuning in from. So, tell me, what city are you representing? Um, I have had people from as far as Fiji. Um, there's even one from New Zealand, Australia. So, tell me, where are you tuning in from today? So I have had the most amazing week. So this week on Wednesday, I was coaching my clients, and on the coaching call, so we are the section of building their business where I'm teaching them to build their YouTube channel. And so I was sharing my screen and I went to my channel to show them how to build their channel. And so I went to the YouTube analytics. And so I saw the number of people that are constantly tuning in for each video I put out. It was just mind blowing. In fact, in the last 30 days, I have had over 7,000 views on YouTube the last 30 days. Like my mind is blown. And then inside of the YouTube analytics, you can see how many people show up every single video that I put out. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all of you. It shows that you are so interested in investing in yourself, in helping your business grow. So, congratulations to you because not many people are so invested in their personal development, their professional development, and you showing up for each episode and taking action. It means you want the best for yourself. So, congratulations on that. And just mentioning my clients, for some reason, I seem to be attracting doctors. It's my glasses. I don't know. So I have these three doctors. I was coaching on Wednesday, and like I'm just blown away by how they are showing up. And I feel like these doctors are like the best clients because they're showing up, they're doing the work, and when I tell them to do stuff for the week, they go, they take the action, and they get results. In fact, for each of my clients, every week I give them what they should do every week and a spreadsheet so I can see when they've actually done it. And I am so blown away that these doctors are taking the action and showing up on the coaching call, telling me, oh, they've done this, they've done this. And I'm like, but why? Why are they doing this? Like these female doctors already have a thriving career, like they're well paid, they have a 9 to 5 job, and still they have this longing inside of them to make more impact. And I think that's what entrepreneurship is. We are not just satisfied with like 9 to 5, right? We show up, we do the action because we want to make an impact. And so I am just blown away by these women who are taking action to create a better life for themselves. I want you to go follow them. So they are Dr. Valerie, Dr. Lisa, and Dr. Saya. The name of their program is called Balanced Mama Project. So if you go search Balanced Mama Project, you will see them. I want you to support them, please, because they are creating an amazing business. They are helping moms become more balanced. You can also go search them out on YouTube. And we're still in the process of building out their business, but the things they've already achieved is just mind blowing. In fact, on one of the last calls, one of the doctors, Dr. Valerie, she goes, she's already booked for a podcast interview on another podcast. I'm like, girl, you are on it. Because for many people, they would say, oh, I want to have my program already built out before I go show myself to the world and actually start podcasting, right? But not Dr. Valerie. In fact, and I'm going to share the episode when it goes live. Like, she's put herself out there, she's connecting with collaborators, people who already serve her target audience. So I want you to go follow them, Dr. Valerie, Dr. Thea, and Dr. Lisa. They are called the Balanced Mama Project. Okay, so today I am going to give you some golden nuggets. I want to teach you the three sales secrets that every business owner should know. If selling feels hard, pushy, or like something you have to do instead of something you love, it's because you are doing it backwards. It's because you are missing some key elements that make sales so hard. Today, I am going to share three secrets that have completely transformed how I sell, how I show up for my audience, and how I close clients without ever feeling like I'm chasing or convincing. The first secret is that you need to love the people you sell to. Love people so much that you would never sell anything to them that doesn't do them good. The reason so many people feel sleazy and salesy is because they feel like they will be robbing people of their financial resources if they collect people's money in exchange for service. But if you learn this number one secret, to love the people you are selling so much that you will never try to convince them. You will never try to shove your offer down their throat because you just want to make a sale. If what you're offering to the people doesn't truly benefit them, then you shouldn't sell to them. So if you want to master the number one key to open the floodgates of sales into your business, the number one thing you need to do is to love people. Because if you love somebody, you're not going to sell them something that you know will not be of value to them. So ask yourself, would you be happy to sell your program, your offer to your mom, to your sister? Would you be happy to for your sister to pay you $5,000 for 6 months of coaching to get the coaching you sell? So that's the question for you to calibrate to say, do I truly love the people I'm trying to sell to? I cannot tell you the number of times I have turned people away when they've come on discovery calls with me. I've said no to them because I didn't think it was the right time for them to come on my program. I didn't think it was the right fit. Once you master this and you truly, truly love people, you're going to be like, my offer is so valuable. I know that when this person commits to themselves and they invest in this program, it's going to transform their lives. So that's the number one secret. And also, an analogy I want to give you is your utility company, right? The company that provides your electricity, your heating, your cooling, you pay them every month, right? Do they feel salesy or sleazy selling you the utility? Have you ever tried to stay in a house without electricity? That's an essential service, providing energy and utility to a house. But they still ask you to pay. So then when you flip that and you go, why is it that when women are trying to sell coaching, all of a sudden you feel sleazy and salesy because you are asking people to invest in themselves in exchange for the service you're going to provide? So I want you to start shifting your thinking to say, now, what I have is valuable. And here is something that completely changed how I sell. I used to give away coaching for free when I started. All of the people I gave coaching free to, they never really took the action. They never really valued it. But the people who pay me 5K for one-on-one coaching, they always show up on the call and they take the action. So it is optimum service, the ultimate service for me to allow people to invest in themselves by coming on my program because I know that people who invest take action. There's a saying that says, people who pay attention. So do not feel like you're being salesy or sleazy when you expect people to invest in themselves to get the results only you can offer. So that's sales secret number one. Sales secret number two is to stop trying to sell people. One of the main reasons why you struggle to sell is because you are trying to close the sale. You are wanting to close the sale. I know that can be very counterintuitive, and you're like, well, yes, I'm in business to sell. So, how can I detach myself from wanting the sale? Well, that's a meta skill you have to develop. You have to detach yourself from the outcome. You have to detach yourself from needing the sale because when you have that neediness, it becomes desperation energy. And when people sense that you are desperate, they run away. Have you ever gone to like a used car sales lot and you're just kind of browsing around and then this guy just comes in and he's like, what are you looking for? What kind of car are you looking for? And he's showing you this car and telling you this is the best car. And you can sense that desperate energy. And all of a sudden you go, oh, I need to go use the bathroom just because you want to get away from him. So you need to understand that that desperation or that wanting to sell is actually pushing people away. Yeah, I know, light bulb moment, right? Now, when you understand this, you would know that I don't need to be attached to the outcome because for many people, when they're having sales conversation with other people, they already are in the bank account of the person they're talking to. Like they've already expected the person to sign up and they're already saying, oh, this person signs up, then it adds 5K to my bottom line. Well, that neediness actually makes you desperate. And people don't like being chased, they like being served. So you need to, every time you want to start a sales conversation, ask yourself, am I needing this sale? And very smart business owners understand the law of averages. So when I'm having a sales conversation with somebody, I am not needing that sale because I understand the law of averages. And the law of averages says that when you do something so many number of times, for sure you are going to close a sale. So it doesn't matter the number of times, maybe 10 sales conversation, maybe 20, maybe 30. Your sales average will be unique to you. So it's your job to find your average. So the law of average says you could say have a sales conversation for so many times and it is guaranteed that you will close a sale. So then when you go into a sales conversation understanding that the law of averages is always working and that over time when you take the average of all the sales conversation you're having, you will definitely close a sale. So when you understand that, it helps you not be desperate for a conversion. In fact, there was a research done by an insurance company, and the insurance company sent out agents, sales agents, to go knocking on doors, and they go knock on doors, and when someone opens the door, they say the exact same thing all the time. And this is what they said. They said, you I'm trying to remember exactly how it was. So they would say, you are not planning, well, you're not interested to buy life insurance, are you? That was all they said, right? Someone knocks on the door, open, and the salesperson says, you are not interested in life insurance, are you? And the person says, no, I'm not. No, 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 no. And then the research showed that for every 65 people they asked that question to, one person said yes. So then that's their average. So now they know that of all the 65 people I asked this question to, somebody's going to say, "Oh, you know what? I have been thinking of buying life insurance. Yes, I would love to buy." So then when you know the average, so see how terrible that pitch is, because that's a sales pitch. See how terrible it is. But one out of 65 people said yes. So once you know your average, you then know, okay, if I refine my sales pitch, I'm going to sign more clients. So no matter how terrible you think you are in sales or selling, the law of averages says if you do X amount of sales conversation, one person is going to say yes. Now, your job is to find your sales average. And once you find your sales average, then you focus on getting better to improve that conversion. So even though this insurance company started with one out of 65 people, over time it became one out of 10 people. It became one out of five people because then they started to fine tune their sales process to make their odds better. So, as a business owner, when you understand that the law of averages is always working, then you're not attached to one sales outcome. Okay, so that's sales secret number two. The third and final sales secret is to stop trying to find people to sell to. Stop trying to find people to sell to. Instead, make yourself more findable by the people who are already looking for your offer to buy. I see so many people on Instagram, Facebook, on social media, LinkedIn, just trying to convince people to shove their offer down people's throats, and they're DMing people and they're saying, "Do you want to buy this?" And if the person says no, they're like, "Why did you say no? You have to buy this." Because they're trying to sell people on their offer. They're trying to find people to sell to. That takes a lot of energy. The smart way to do it is to make yourself more findable by the people who are already looking to sell. So here's a question for you. There are billions of people in the world. Of those billions of people, do you think there are people right now searching for what you have to offer? Just think about it. In the entire world or in your city, in your area, do you think there are people that are like looking for what you have to offer? Yeah. The only reason you are not signing them is because they cannot find you. In fact, a private investigator working with the CIA with special help from the IRS cannot find you online. They cannot find your business because you are the best kept secret. So then, how do you expect people who are already looking for what you have to offer? How do you expect them to find you? Many people don't realize this. So if someone found your reel on Instagram, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna search you out on Google. They're gonna Google your name. If you Googled your name, what comes up in the search results? In the search results, you have to make sure that what comes up is resources for people to research you. And by research, I mean you are going to pre indoctrinate them with your content. So I gave this example here a couple of weeks ago, I think. Somebody paid me 5K in full, somebody I never knew. So I got the alert from Stripe. I woke up in the morning, got the email that someone had paid 5K to join my one-on-one coaching program. And I have never seen the name before. So then I go into my CRM, search the name doesn't exist. And then I email them to say, "Oh, hello, welcome to my program. How did you find me?" And she goes, "Oh, I bumped into one of your YouTube videos, and then in her words, she put it in quotation marks. She binge watched my content, and then she got to one of my masterclass replays on my YouTube where I had the QR code to join my program, and she scanned the QR code and she paid and she joined 5K paid in full." So that's to tell you that there are people already searching for what you have to offer, but they cannot find you. So are you findable? Also, are you positioning yourself as the person to help them get the results? So being findable, but also producing profound content, content that will help them understand the way you think, how you help people get results. In fact, did you know that research shows that it takes 11 hours of content for people to pay to buy a high ticket offer? 11 hours. So, question for you, where can I find 11 hours of your content? 11, do you have 11 hours of your content? Right now, I think I have nearly 500 hours, right? Well, maybe 350 hours of content for people to go watch. So, do you have content that converts? So that's the question. So if you say you want to build a successful business, you have to be able to provide people a way for them to go consume your content and understand how you help people get results. Okay, hopefully you understand my passion for this and you start to think and say, oh, how can I position myself in front of people who are ready to buy? YouTube is the largest search engine in the world. So many people are not taking advantage of the value of YouTube. And this is how I teach my clients. You do one masterclass per month. I teach you what to teach in the masterclass. I help you create your content. I help you create the funnel. But you do one masterclass per month, and then you upload the masterclass replay onto your YouTube. That's how you start to build profound content, content that gives people results ahead of time. And your masterclass should be solving one problem that your audience face. So your monthly masterclass should be so valuable that in it, the people who attend or the people who watch the replay are going to have so much value from that one masterclass because he answers their problem. So think about this. For your niche, what's the one thing that keeps your person up at night? What questions do they have? What answers are they looking for? That's how you create a masterclass topic that is so compelling so that when you upload your replay on your YouTube channel, you attract the kind of people looking for that specific answer. Oh gosh, so many golden nuggets in today's episode. Okay, finally, one tip I want to give you is to focus on building the perceived value of your offer. Now, there is a difference between perceived value and intrinsic value. Okay, the intrinsic value of your offer is the results that people get, but the perceived value is the value from their perspective, how they perceive your offer. So, I'm going to give you an example so you understand. So I see health coaches, weight loss coaches, they're always banging about, oh, I'm going to help you lose 50 pounds. I'm going to help you lose 100 pounds. I'm going to help you stop craving chocolate. All of those things. Those are the intrinsic value of your offer. But that's not what gets people to buy. What gets people to buy is the perceived value of your offer. And how I teach my clients to understand this is delving deeper, 3 levels deeper into why. So, why do I want to lose weight? So, ask yourself, why would a woman want to lose weight? Not just lose 50 pounds, not just because, oh, I want to be able to go on holiday and wear skinny bikinis, right? Those are surface level value. When you go deeper and your content speaks to that deeper perceived value, that's when you get people to say yes to your offer. So, for example, you could say, are you a woman struggling with your weight and your weight doesn't make you comfortable in bed with your husband? And you're like, whenever you want to be intimate with your husband, you always have to turn off the light because you cannot strip. your clothes off because of the you're so self-conscious about your weight. Well, when you come in my program and we work together, I'm going to help you lose the weight so you find the confidence to be very intimate with your husband, whether the lights are on or off. Can you see how I've gone levels deeper? It's not just I want to lose weight. It's okay, what will losing the weight give me? Okay. So in your content, you need to start focusing on those perceived value. Okay. I want to know what's landing for you. For all of, I know I've taught you a lot of things today. So rewatch this episode over and over if you need to catch a specific concept. Because once you master sales, in fact, right now, I'm always very excited to have sales conversation. The reason I'm excited is because I know how impactful it will be for the person I'm speaking to. So when you learn these three secrets, you're going to start embracing sales. You're not going to be running away from sales conversation anymore because now you understand that selling is actually the highest level of service. Now, if you finally want to start signing clients consistently every single month, you need to join my Joyful Money program. This is where I'll teach you my masterclass framework. In fact, when people join my program, they do less. So many people are doing so many things in their businesses that isn't working. We just focus on one thing, hosting a value masterclass once per month. And when you do this, you're not going to be needing discovery calls anymore. Do you know how draining discovery calls are? Someone books a discovery call, they don't show up, and like you've cleared your calendar, you've cleared all your activities for the day so you can show up, and then they send you an email that they want to cancel. That's draining, right? You need to protect your energy as a business owner. And the best way to protect your energy is to get rid of discovery calls and focus on running a masterclass, a monthly masterclass, where you create an environment that helps people feel like buying. So remember, I told you earlier, stop trying to convince people to buy, stop trying to make people buy. Instead, create an environment where people feel, I'm going to underline that word, feel like buying. Why? Because buying is a feeling. The only reason people buy is because they feel like buying. It's not because you have a PhD, not because your program is 300 out, you have 300 hours of video in your program. The only reason people buy is because they feel. People buy with emotion, people buy with their bodies. So as a business owner, when you learn how to create a, a, a magnetic environment where people feel, they have to feel like buying, then you get away from convincing energy. You're no longer trying to convince people. People see the value for themselves and now they feel like buying. And in a masterclass setting, you sell one to many. So you're no longer doing personal discovery calls. No, you are selling one to many. And that's the fastest way to scale your business. Okay, send me a DM. Tell me what's landing for you because ultimately, I want you to take action. Before I go, there's someone I want to give a shout out to. Her name is Keana. In fact, she listens to these episodes and she's taking action consistently in her business. And I guess that's what keeps me going, right? That's why I keep doing these episodes. It's people like Kiana. The other day, she created a Facebook post and she tagged me about one of my episodes where I had talked about a particular book. I think it was a 10x. 10x is easier than 2x. And then she bought the book. She took a picture of the book, and then she posted about why she follows my podcast and why she's taking action. And I was just blown away, right? So I want to honor all of you that take action every single week. That's how you get results, right? Because there is no use listening or watching my YouTube videos and you're not taking action. Ultimately, I want you to take action. I want you to sign clients consistently. I want you to gain financial sovereignty as a woman. I want you to get to the point where money is no longer an issue. All right. I'll see you back here on the next episode.
Hey, very quickly before you go, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending time with me today. I hope today's episode gave you something powerful to add to your business toolbox, something you can come back to anytime you need a little extra motivation in your business. If you loved today's episode, the best way you can support me and the show is to leave me a review and also to share this with an incredible businesswoman like yourself. And if you're ready to create consistent 10K months with ease and alignment, I invite you to apply to join my 6 months mastermind. Visit joyrowland.com to book your free complimentary discovery call. I cannot wait to help you step into your next level. Until next time, stay aligned, stay confident, and keep creating joyful money. Bye for now.